which is contrary to the law.
The doctor is raising an issue that I think is fundamental to be highlighted. Just the way we have stipulated time periods for conclusion of cases in certain matters, for instance, election petitions. I don't see why the judiciary should take 3 years to determine the suitability of someone to hold the office of clerk. And that is a broader conversation that we have, because this will continue to be a problem for as long as that court order exists. I mean, as a lawyer, I know that everybody has a right to be exposed to the law, to be treated equally and fairly under the law. But we are saying in Busia now and in other places, the judiciary is the weak link. The judiciary is a weak link. If there are cases of ghost workers that have taken 9 years, if there is a case concerning the employment status of a clerk that has taken 3 years, we are not helping these county entities to be able to perform for the people.
Yeah, and I think you had captured it very well, that those frustrations can be communicated to us and we can have a conversation with the judiciary. Senator Chiraki.
I think I agree that as Senator Sifuna had proposed, that you write to the Senate, because having sat here for some time, Chair, most of the clerks, sometimes when you leave them acting, it exposes to county assembly, especially on the administrative arm of non-functionality. And I've given an example of Kilifi, where for the entire session we were in 2017-2022, the clerk was acting and we used to terminate the proceedings, and we thought that could be a strategy of the county assembly for non-accountability. And I want to thank you, Chair, because despite the clerk acting, we can still proceed, because we realized it was a game that was being used by some county assembly service board to avoid accountability and make sure when they are appearing they have an acting clerk, knowing very well that as a parliament we had made a rule against any acting officer at the state level to appear before us. So I agree, and I think finally we need to agree with this Employment and Labor Relations Act court and the Employment Act and Labor Relations Act, that the way we are proposing even issues of corruption to be determined within 24 months. I think also we need timeline, because by the time they are finishing with these 7 years, 8 years that they are hearing and determining this case of your employees, they might be automatically declared redundant. And it can become burdensome in terms of payment. If you have to pay the salaries cumulatively plus the allowances, it will affect the performance and functionality of the entity. So I think the judiciary also, I agree with my colleagues that the judiciary also must ensure that when they are hearing and determining employment cases, both at the county assembly, county governments and all entities, they should try and fast track so that they don't subject most of our government entities to unnecessary inefficiencies.
Thank you. I think we now come back to the numbers. We have looked at the general governance structures and arrangements, and I hope that we'll take note. Dr. At the end of this conversation, we shall revisit our earlier directions on top of any new directions that we are going to give today. If you go to the report of the Auditor General, this was a qualified opinion, Auditor General?
Yes, Honorable Chair.
And there were just 2 issues?
Yes.
What is the status of the issues and a basis for qualified opinion?
Honorable Chair, the 2 issues have been addressed.
So the overdrawn cash book and unconfirmed transfers to other government entities?
They have been addressed.
They have been addressed by way of an explanation or by a way of relevant entries, journals and financial statements?
For number 2, Honorable Chair, the adjustment have been made in the current, in 2024-2025 financial statement, which you have already audited.
Okay. In the first overdrawn cash book, was it just a matter of explanation?
They have provided documents confirming that in the subsequent month of July 2024, the cash book was not overdrawn.
So in your view as the Auditor General, do we close that?
Yes, Honorable Chair.
Fine. So let's go to pending accounts payable and staff payables.
Honorable Chair, that one has not been addressed.
Would you just quickly read out what your observation was?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. As at 30 June 2024, the Assembly reported 248.4 million as pending accounts payables and sub-payables. And that 248 million included payables brought forward from 2020-2021 financial year and 2022-2023 financial year. That was the matter, Honorable Chair.
Because there could be people who are following and not reading what we are reading. It's not a very long paragraph. Just read out the paragraph.
Thank you. Pending accounts payables are payables. Note 1 and 2 and the other important disclosure to the financial statement reflect a total of 214.4 million in respect of pending accounts payable and star payables. Included in this amount is a brought forward balance of 150.6 million. Addition during the year of Kenya shillings 124.4 million and payment made during the year of 26.6 million. No explanation was provided on the failure to clear the long-outstanding bills brought forward. We relate the periods between financial year 2020-2021 and 2022-2023. Had the bills been paid and settled during the financial year review, the statement of receipts and payment would have reflected an enhanced deficit for the year of 257.7 million, instead of the deficit of 9.3 now shown. Failure to settle bills during the year in which they relate, they are incurred, distort the final statement for that year and adversely affect the budgetary provisions of the subsequent financial year to which they have to be charged. Thank you, Honourable Chair.
What was the response of management? Clerk?
Thank you, Chair. Management response. Management agrees with the auditor's observation that the pending bills as at 30th June 2024 amounted to 248,435,354. Management wishes to clarify that accumulated pending bills up to 2022-2023 financial year arose due to receipt of less exchequer funds than the approved budget in the previous years. At the beginning of the 2024-2025 financial year, the County Assembly appointed a pending bills verification task force to authenticate and establish the status of pending bills as at 30th June 2024. The committee verified bills and confirmed an amount of 196,154,227.57 to be eligible for settlement. Therefore, the reported amount in the audit certificate for 2023-2024 financial year of Kenya shillings 248,435,354 was revised and Kenya shillings 196,154,227.57 adopted and has been incorporated in the financial statements for financial year 2024-2025 in the statement of financial position opening statement on 1st July 2024. As of the date of the response, management has settled 91,699,761.75, leaving as an outstanding balance of 104,454,465.82. It has also developed a payment plan that will guide the settlement of the remaining pending bills from the previous years. Management has provided the following for audit verification: Appendix 3A, which summarizes the summary of undisbursed amounts in the previous financial years. And then Appendix 3B, that is the report from pending bills, verification committee. Then Appendix 3C, that is summary of the status of financial year 2023-2024 pending bills as at 30th June 2025. And then Appendix 3D, that is financial year 2023-2024 pending bills repayment plan. Thank you, Chair.
Auditor General, what's your take on that response?
Thank you, Honourable Chair. The management has indicated that 104 million has not been paid as at the date of the response. Number two, Honourable Chair, we have not been given supporting documents for the payment of 92 million to support management response. Honourable Chair, number three, we have not been given evidence that when the committee was doing verification internally, they circularized the debts to the entities that owed the county assembly, confirm whether or not services, goods, and works were delivered. Therefore, the matter has not been addressed.
Now, Clerk, your Annex 16 or Annex 1 on analysis of pending accounts payable, you have 16 million that has been pending for more than 3 years. How do you explain that, an assembly having pending bills for more than 3 years? That is pending accounts payable, construction of civil works, and supply of goods. 16 million, you've done an aging there, greater than 3 years. How is that, how does that come to be?
Sorry, Chair. That is appendix, maybe, if you don't mind.
Your annexure on analysis of pending accounts payable in the financial statements. Remember, our financial statements is our source document, not the annexures you have provided. We probably have not rigorously interrogated, but you have a schedule there of the people you owe on civil works and supply of goods.